What is up, everybody? So we're going to be going through the blog in this video. Two blogs, because there were two blogs dropped today. One of them felt a little bit confusing. That was the one talking about raids. So I had to call in the heavy artillery. I had to call my boy Scottie up to help me digest it all. So in this video, he's going to be joining me. We're going to be talking it out, and we will be doing a math event video together. That's right. I convinced him to come back and do some math videos with me. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope his level-headedness tempers my unbridled, salty rage that I've been going through lately. We're trying to iron that out, and hopefully he's the balancing act we needed. So I hope you enjoy the video and look forward to that math video coming out also tonight, probably in a few hours. All right, we've dissected this blog together because we tried to wing it, and I immediately got lost 4 times, and we had to restart, and dogs started barking, and we had to restart. So take 3, fingers crossed. We're looking at this blog, which says it came out on March 22nd, 2 days ago, but that's a lie. It came out today, and maybe they're trying to hide it for a reason, but maybe not, because we both have kind of mixed feelings about this blog. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I honestly just think they're really bad at dates.
That's entirely possible too. So I guess the most notable thing, the most long-lasting effect is going to be this new raid, right? So this seems to be the Incursion raid, seems to be what's going to be replacing Doom 3. And in the new raid is where we're going to be getting gear tier 18. So we got the level cap increase from 90 to 95. We didn't get any gear at that time. But now it seems gear tier 18 is going to be released in the form of this raid, similar to gear tier 17 was released with Doom 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're still on the same track. We don't have to re-record yet. Showcase events. Oh my god, this is where shit goes downhill so fast. Okay, hold on. Captain America World War II, Star-Spangled Man, not ma'am, will be the first in a new event series called Showcase Events. These new events will provide you with an opportunity to learn about and battle with a new team while experiencing a story for a specific character. So we've kind of lost story in the game, right? Like the campaigns we've had recently, they just don't have a story mode. So are you kind of excited to experience new Marvel Strike Force lore about characters?
No.
All right.
I would skip the story.
All right.
I don't care.
What if it wasn't just a reskinned Captain America and a reskinned Iron Fist? Would you be more excited then?
Yes, like this is starting to feel very much like Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Okay. All right. The end goal of the first of these showcase events is to prepare you for the new Invader raid team first for the Incursion event. Oh my god, there's so many I's that we're reading. This is so confusing. I words, I mean. And then for the upcoming new Incursion raid. Incursion event, Incursion raid. Invader raid. There's so many I's in this blog. Showcase event are for individual. There's another I. I'm going to lose it. Character, and these specifically require rebirth or invader characters. Okay, so for these showcase events, we need to use rebirth and invader characters. And as we go through different showcases, we're slowly peeling off more rebirth. We're still on the same page. We're not looking at that yet, but I'm just mentally confirming with Scottie here so I don't get lost again. So there's, for each new invader, they will have their own showcase, most of which precede the Incursion event. Most of which precede the Incursion event is kind of weird, isn't it? Because in the Incursion event, I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't we need the full team?
Well, what they mean by that is like basically the first 3 showcases are before Incursion Invaders. And then when Iron Fist showcase starts, Incursion Invaders starts as well. So you won't have him technically, but you can get him in the showcase and then jump into the Incursion Invaders.
Okay. I don't think that's correct because they said Captain America World War II is the only character shards in the showcases. The other characters have different release methods.
I missed that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll get there. So it might be that for the Incursion Invaders, the free-to-play might lag behind a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that when we get to it because we're going to see that in rewards. So let's talk about the... So there you go. Yeah, that explains that the Showcase Invaders comes before the Incursion raid. Showcase requirements. Showcase events will have 2 difficulties, story and challenge, each with 8 missions. Here are the Star-Spangled Man requirements. The story difficulty requires rebirth or invader characters. There's no minimum number of characters required, so you can launch each mission with just 1 rebirth or invader character. I mean, you should have a rebirth team at some point. The enemy difficulty is compared to easy difficulty for our previous event campaigns, meaning we recommend characters roughly 35. So this story mode is how you unlock Captain America World War II, and let's just go down there right now. We'll skip ahead and read that. So the rewards. The Star-Spangled Man story difficulty is your chance to earn the character shards. Completing the entire story difficulty, which you can just use your full rebirth team or half of a rebirth team, will earn enough shards to unlock him at 2 stars. How do you like this new free-to-play method that gives 2-star unlocks? Does this pump you up? Are you super jazzed?
Terrible.
You're like, yes, I spent $160 Canadian to get the 4-star. I thought his free-to-play method would maybe, if I try hard, get me 130 shards, give me that 5 stars. But instead, the free-to-play method is 45 shards. Scottie, first impression?
It's terrible.
Yeah, I love it too. Showcases may not reward character shards. So this is what I was talking about. Future showcases may not require character shards. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Iron Fist will. That may not word is doing a lot of lifting here. As they'll be rewarded in separate events, such as the month-long event. So yeah, Union Jack you're not going to get shards for Union Jack in his showcase event. He is a monthly event character, as we'll read a little bit later. All right, so let me jump back up here. So the story mode part of it seems to be very easy, at least for Captain America World War II. The challenge difficulty, they're requiring you to use Captain America World War II, along with any combination of 4 Invader or Rebirth characters, and they need to be Gear Tier 13. This doesn't seem like the end of the world to me. How are you feeling about the Gear Tier 13 requirement?
I think that's fair. I mean, that's not crazy investment for a lot of people to get them at least a 13. So
Yeah.
It's more like if they're going to have terrible character offers and terrible release methods, at least they're not also requiring, 5 yellow, which is obviously going to be harder to get.
I couldn't agree more. And the challenge difficulty, they want to make sure we're aware of this. For future showcase events, you will require to use the preceding showcase character. So what that means is the first showcase is Captain America World War II. The second showcase is going to be Union Jacks, but in order to take part in the Union Jack event, you cannot use Union Jack with 4 Rebirth allies. You need to use Union Jack with Captain America World War II and then a combination of Rebirth allies. And same applies to Bucky. When Bucky Barnes comes out, you need to use Captain America World War II, Union Jack, and Bucky, along with 2 other Rebirth allies. And then that also applies to Iron Fist, where you need to use the 4 new Invader allies, along with Nick Fury or whoever, to participate. We got tripped up on that a little bit earlier too. But basically, it's just whatever last character came out, you need to use them for the next event. So as you're getting these characters, bring them up to Gear Tier 13. Like Scottie was saying, that's not that bad of an investment. What is that? Maybe 3 million gold? So like 3 days worth of holding your gold? Something like that. And these are new characters. They are a really good raid team. I did get to test them out. They're bad everywhere else. It's not going to feel great investing in a 2-star Captain America, but I guess we do what we do now, and we take it. As far as other rewards go ahead.
Even Fury and Captain America are decent. Just the 2 of them with S.T.R.I.K.E in raids so far, I've been noticing.
Yes, absolutely true. So other rewards that we're going to get in separate showcases. So because it's only Captain America World War II shards in there, there's other rewards: basic and premium T1 ISO 8 orb fragments, training orb fragments, purple and orange raid orbs. But this is for the story rewards. Do you care to guess what we might get for the challenge difficulty rewards? Because that's nothing to get excited about, right? The stuff we heard there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why they're not telling us what's in the challenge one.
Yeah, hopefully good, right? Hopefully. I hope it's good. So the Star-Spangled Man arrives on March 22nd. This is the first showcase. He's now available to purchase with money if you want, so make sure you're prepared for the showcase. Basically, like if you've already unlocked him, make sure he's Gear Tier 13. Fair enough?
Yep.
Okay. Incursion Invaders. This seems similar to the Kang event, but a way toned down version of it. So the Kang event was blatant greed. This one is a little bit covert greed. Just a little bit of covert greed. Well, it's not that bad. So they have the test drive, which is basically you just get to test the team out. There's no charges. You can do it indefinitely, I believe. And you're just going to see how the team works, which I think is good because you can try a team out to see what they actually play like before you invest or buy them. How do you feel about just a free mode where you get to use it, but you don't gain anything from doing it?
Well, I guess my question is, in test drive mode, are they going to have their raid traits? Like, is it going to be like you're doing a raid node, or is it just going to be a general node where they don't have their raid abilities?
Well, the last sentence says, meant to show you how a full invader team will wipe out even the toughest raid nodes. So I hope they took that into account and didn't forget, like you said, and they're just going to be their base model. We'll find out. Money.
Because when we got to do test drive on the Masters of Evil, it wasn't Cosmic Crucible traits.
It wasn't Cosmic Crucible traits.
So I feel like it's just going to be just like a general node, and you're like, yeah, I get to use them, but it's not a raid, so they don't have all their bonuses.
Yeah, we should start a betting pool on that, probably. Okay, then there's the challenge difficulty for this incursion. Yes, this incursion. So the oh my god, incursion. There's so many I's. Challenge difficulty will require. Yeah, just II. The II challenge difficulty will require the 4 newest invaders. Another I. Captain America, World War II. They're haunting me at this point. Union Jack, Bucky Barnes, Iron Fist, World War II. Oh my god. At gear tier 15. So at this point, you do have to bring the characters up to level 80, gear tier 15, to enter and participate. That will take out a big portion of the community that may not have the resources. Like if you weren't around when that bugged gear tier 15 offer came out, you might be strapped as you're working towards other things. But for like end game players, gear tier 15 isn't the same kind of roadblock it used to be, right? Like bringing this team up to gear tier 15, not the end of the world. You probably are going to do it in the blink of an eye, right? Not have to farm any pieces.
Yeah, I mean, they have increased a lot of like up to gear tier 15. Like SBCs are suddenly just everywhere now. Like I remember that used to be a major limiting factor, but now like they have increased those a lot. So I think it should be hopefully manageable for people. But obviously everyone has different rosters and different focuses, but raids are usually something that everyone needs to focus on.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So not the end of the world, I don't think. Although I do hear you if you're like, I'm not going to have that. That's bullshit. I hear you. I do. I'm not going to have this next part. So the bonus difficulty, if you choose to participate, which is a nice way of saying if you spent money and want stuff, then you could participate in this. Otherwise, get wrecked, nerd. This difficulty will require all 5 invader characters. Nick Fury is included this time at 5 yellow stars as well as gear tier 15. So at least they didn't make it like gear tier 17 or something ridiculous like that. But this is assuming you're a spender. Now, a pretty big spender, mind you, as well, because if, let's say they're going to be doing shards similar to what they're doing Captain America World War II, like they're giving you enough to unlock him. So for Captain America World War II, you get 45 shards. You would need to spend $100 to get the 180 shards. And you would also need to buy another offer on top of that to fill him up to 5 stars, right? So you're kind of looking already at about $150 per character, up to 5 stars. Does that sound about right to you? American, we're talking here. In Canada, you got to give your kidney.
Are you talking like old offers or the new offers?
The new offers, because it seems like the old offers are gone. They're just doing
they got rid of them because they were too good, apparently.
Yeah. So yeah, like $150 per character to get them to guarantee that 5-star unlock.
Yeah.
So for 4 new characters, you're looking at about $600 to do this bonus difficulty.
Yep.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
We'll end it there and we'll head over to the other blog. We don't know what the rewards will be for this, but hopefully they're worth $600. Let's go get happy at the other blog. I'm sure the other blog will put some pep in our step. Part 2, Blog Talk with Scottie. So this is the blog that is correctly dated. So this did also come out today. And it's got a couple things in it. Most notably is the new monthly event. Union Jack will be in there. And unfortunately, finally, I should say, Gear Tier 17 pieces will be at the bottom of that monthly event. Woo! Now the Gear Tier 18 is being released. In the monthly event, we're going to get Gear Tier 17. Woo! It's been a long time coming. Like, when the monthly events first started and there was full Gear Tier 16 pieces in there, it was exciting because people were still on the Dormammu hunt at the time. That was more than a year ago. So I feel like this change should have been done 6 months ago when people were a lot more people had Dormammu. We were all trying to gear up for Apocalypse. But I'm happy it's here. Scottie, are you happy it's here? Even though it's going to be skill gear and it's not going to help anybody with their Apocalypse chase.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, obviously, it's not a coincidence that, Apocalypse is now out and now they're giving us Gear Tier 17 stuff. Like, that was clearly planned.
Yeah, and I guess that's just the way things go.
Yeah.
So we do have the event schedule, but this doesn't mean anything really. We'll find out what these events are, what you're going to have to do for these events, like every Friday as we get these blogs. I guess the most important thing to note, though, is that Coordinated Assault is back. I know a lot of people hate Coordinated Assault. Me and Scottie don't. But I will say, I did a poll, a YouTube poll, which is super scientific and cannot be disputed. And the vast majority of players definitely prefer Coordinated Assault over Charging Station. Now, I know for some of you, that's like picking a kick in the nuts over a wedgie. So I guess it is what it is. But I'm happy to see Charging Station gone. Charging Station sucked.
But Coordinated Assault is only there once, and usually it's twice. So
Spooky.
that kind of sucks. So I don't know if those other Alliance milestones and what they're gonna entail.
I didn't even think about that. 4 Alliance milestones.
I mean,
Yikes.
for players like us, I think the charging station was fine. Like, we still completed it, but I think for so much more of the majority of the player base, charging station was not completable, while coordinated assault is something that can be completable if you coordinate with your alliance.
I agree with your last sentiment. I did not complete any charging station except for the first one.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Because if you are in an arena that has an arena mafia in it, you're screwed, buddy.
See, I'm not even always top 10 now with the whole Kang and Apocalypse thing. My arena shard has just like turned on its head.
Yeah.
So like I've been 13, 12, but I guess I've also been saving the cores from like the passes and stuff, waiting for charging station to start, so that I may have been able to coordinate it a little bit better with my hoarding skills than the vast majority.
True. I didn't buy any passes. I could have maxed out both of them if I had bought the passes as well.
Well, I didn't buy the passes, but just the free cores I did not claim until charging station like would start.
Okay. I know for one of them I was like 1,000 points off because I had coordinated for the other one to max it. But either way, let's keep going. So for the Union Jack monthly, you can expect a hot 130 Union Jack shards. That's awkward, but they do say that Union Jack shards will be available in the Freedom Fighters milestone later, and you should be able to take Union Jack up to 4 stars. Now let me get your hot take on this, Scottie. Will these additional 50 Union Jack shards be free to play friendly to get?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Don't worry though.
Yeah, don't worry though. It's fine. Just buy more of his offers. The Gear Tier 17 pieces, that's where they make note of it instead of Gear Tier 16. This is new. I should also say this is overdue. But I mean, we don't look for honesty in these blogs. We look for numbers. So one thing I do miss, and it has been true for the most of these new character monthly events, they took out the gold promos. I mean, they took out the dark promos first, but now they also took out the gold promos. We had them back for the anniversary event, monthly, if you will, but now they're gone again. Like I really enjoyed those gold promos and having those gold influxes. Now we did recently get like 200 if you were able to complete the Rocket and Groot event with the Pimtech. And I gotta say, when I got those, and from the Pocket Dimension, we got a bunch from there too. That was like a really highlighted fun moment for me. Like I brought my new Warriors all up to 7 red stars with those. How big of a miss do you think it is with those gold promos being taken out?
Oh, it's a huge miss, but I mean, this is what they do. They put stuff out, we go, yay, and then they take it away, and then they want us to have FOMO and buy it. Like that's what they're doing.
That's true. All right, so then there's the leaderboard for the monthly event. This is nothing new either. I do want to say, like, this eventually needs to change, right? The 1 to 2% being the cutoff for those level 5 ions and only being 400k. At a certain point, people need to stop having to compete with the top 1%, and especially with like the top 1,000 players. Eventually, other players need to be able to unlock their apocalypse. And if it's all gated behind these leaderboard events, that will never be the case. The people who spend will always spend. They'll always get this. Tandomac isn't happy with just having a big boy apocalypse. He is a big spender and he wants all of his characters to be ISO level 5. I don't fault him for that. I'm just saying that's an objective truth. All right, so Scopely needs to open the gates a little bit on the level 5 ions so other players can at least start progressing towards that. Because people get a little influx here and there when they complete the apocalyptic saga levels on like your 4 horseman teams, right? But after that, there's a lot of players who are just, they don't get ISO level 5 from anything. I'm sure you probably drop into like the 1 to 2% in all these events, right?
Yeah.
How close are you to unlocking the big boy apocalypse?
Not that close. I feel like I'm like halfway because I think I'm on the last of Unlimited maybe to get them to ISO 5. I have Darkhold, but I think it's then Unlimited that I'm
working on right now.
Stuck on. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know if it's just because I've been sucking at hoarding or if you need to spend now to get into the top 1%. I have not hit the top 1% bracket in the last 5 events. So, like, well, I'm part of those players now that just do not get ISO level 5.
Well, the thing that is, I think, also affecting it is they're starting to release the monthly points in ranked rewards for other events.
Yeah.
So depending how you're ranking there, then you're not getting as many monthly points, so then you're not going to rank as high there. So it's making the one... I think a lot of us were 1 to 2% when that wasn't happening, and now it's kind of spreading things out, which is maybe what they wanted to do, because they were like, we have too many people getting this 1 to 2%, so we got to do something to fix it. Yeah. So by putting them in the rank rewards for other events, I think it's just
further incentivizing other players to spend on all the events.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about this A not being capitalized? Because this is bothering me a lot right now.
I'd say that is not a surprise.
All right, Archangel's Army. Oof, isn't that a Freudian placement of that event name? Okay, so in this one, we're going to collect Reaper Orb fragments from campaign nodes and earn Blitz credits. I know a lot of people hate Blitz events. When I see earn Blitz credits, I'm actually okay with that because it leaves the door open for sweaty tryhards to blitz their hearts out and maybe compete a little bit harder. I know you're a Blitz fan too, so your heart probably flutters a bit when you see earn Blitz credits, right?
Yeah, although this last one, like, I feel like every time I Blitz, I'm not really adding that much to it because Blitz credits are worth like 1 point. So I would like it to maybe worth a little bit more, but...
and we'll see what they're worth in this event. I think you'll be happy with this event if you haven't looked already. Okay, so what rewards can you expect? Progress towards the monthly event, that's a given. Death Seed and Bionic Avenger shards, Mutant Gear, Stat Catalyst, and in the Orb, Death Seed, Bionic Avengers, Wakandans, minions, legendary, non-legendary mutants, and training materials. So the problem with minions, and I get it, it's a tag on that Archangel event, but there are so many minion tags that this orb is just flooded with useless characters, right? Like, you're going to get very little Death Seed and Bionic Avengers and Wakandans because there's going to be so many minions in this orb. So, nothing to comment on there. It just sucks. But in this event, it doesn't look that bad to get that monthly event, but to get the other stuff at the far end of it looks pretty rough. We're going to do an actual math video again tonight, so stay tuned for that, but just a quick glimpse at it. Earning Blitz credits, each Blitz credit is worth 7 points. It's 3 days long, assuming, you know, a rotation, 15 points per win, a rotation, let's say 30 wins, you're looking at, what's that, 3,000 or so points over 8 days times 8, that's 24,000 a day. That's at the low end of winning. So hitting this limit of 75,000, I think, will be possible. And if you can get all the way up to 75,000, like, you're well above the monthly stuff. So any kind of Reaper orbs you get along the way kind of help you get this good stuff down here, right? Seems like it might be okay, but we'll let you, math prodigy, figure that out for us later
They're
tonight.
spending a lot of time talking about math in the not math video.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's just talk about the rewards quickly then. Nemesis, Dark Beast, Nemesis, Black Panther 1 million, all at the tail end. Psylocke, Okoye, Viv Vision at the beginning of it. Would it kill them to mix this up a bit and give a little bit of Dark Beast? Because if a player is new and did not unlock Dark Beast, this event does nothing for them, okay? They need to slowly be getting towards the newer characters because you're not going to release them in a farming method for months. You've shown that with Braun, Sunfire, fucking Agatha, who we're going to see in a little bit here. You showed it with the Eternals before. For other players who weren't here for their unlocks, or players who maybe want to, I don't know, upgrade a star level for them eventually and don't want to drop $100 on every single event, oh, I really wish they would start putting some of the good characters. It doesn't need to be all of them. Put one of these Dark Beasts at the beginning, one of these Nemesis at the beginning. Am I just greedy, Scottie? Is that my problem?
No, it would be very nice, but like this whole Agatha shards thing, it's so old. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like
You're jumping the gun
forever. Sorry,
you're jumping the gun. We'll get there. Save that outrage. Save it. Quick rumble with the tangled web. Now this one is different because the points are the same. Now normally quick rumbles are super easy, but we only have 3 members on this tag. Again, we'll do the math later. What does your gut tell you? You think this will still just kind of be fine?
I don't know. I'll math it out.
All right. No math questions. I don't want to overwhelm you. Okay, so memory lane events. This is like the end of the current monthly thing, I think. With the upcoming Strike celebration event, the anniversary bash has costumes, character shards, and more. So don't miss out. You'll be happy to know that this is just another event, so you do have to spend money to get the anniversary rewards. Anyway, earn progress towards the main milestone by spending power cores and completing raid battles. So obviously there's a limit to completing raid battles, but you'll be using your Rebirth or Invader characters in raids. There's been a little bit of drama surrounding this because of certain nodes in the Gamma section and in the Gambit section. Certain players in certain lanes are going to get more chances to use the Rebirth and Invaders. Do you think that this is a stupid thing for them to do? It's a loaded question.
Well, I think this maybe wasn't their plan of putting the limits on until there was outrage about it, but I think they maybe overcorrected a bit.
Okay.
Because now, based on the limit, you basically have to use Rebirth once, and you have to use the 3 Invaders once, and then you're done. Like, then you've hit the limit.
All right. So good.
But I feel like you're now getting less points from this, so you're going to end up having to spend more cores. Now, maybe because of this whole Gambit energy glitch or leftover refresh charges things, now it'll be easier for people to get further, but I think they overcorrected. Like, maybe having it use that we could use them once a day, so maybe up to like 6 times, then we could get some more points, but like only getting to use them once and hitting the limit seems a bit weird to me. But at the same time, I think it is nice that with the whole gear tier 17 thing, you don't need to bring the whole team up to gear tier 17 now. You only have to basically do one character and use them 5 times for the Rebirth.
There you go.
And for Invaders, everybody, like a lot of people will have Fury. So really you'd only have to do it to Fury to get those points. So like, it's good in some ways, but at the same time, I think it's limiting where we would have gotten maybe if they didn't do it, but who knows what their original plan was.
So long run, it might cost us some more power cores. But again, we'll see, and we'll have some more math, a real math video for you later. And we'll dive into that Gambit raid energy ticket issue and how that might affect it later tonight. Because maybe they'll take those away by the time we're done here. The S.T.R.I.K.E Salute milestone. So spending campaign energy and collect these S.T.R.I.K.E Salute tokens from the care package web milestone. This sounds kind of complicated, but it's actually really not. The thing that Scottie was talking about earlier with the Agatha shards is with this event, Agatha all the way at the bottom here, giving 15 whole shards. Woohoo! I cannot express how underwhelming Agatha is now in the game. She is not a big deal. She's not this team-defining character that she was when she was first released. It's been a year. She is not Eternals level good or anywhere close to be being held onto this hard by Scopely. Why on earth are they doing this, Scottie? Why is she at the tail end of every milestone deep into spending territory? What the heck am I missing here?
And they keep giving us more Deathpool, and more Spider-Weaver and more Kestrel when the majority of people already have it. And it's great for new players, I agree. But these numbers are stupid. Like, it should be like 50 Kestrel, 50 Deathpool, 50 Spider-Weaver, because so many people got her for free basically at 7 yellow. And it should be 100 Agatha, 100 Cersei, 100 Icarus at the end. There's like, just having to get that far to get 20 shards, 15 shards, it's very stupid, and it doesn't feel good. I'm trying not to swear.
I've been swearing, go, let it rip.
And like, if they just gave us that, like if they were like, this is a celebration to the players, here are all these shards, it would feel much better. Like 100 Agatha shards at the end would look much more like we're celebrating our player base instead of 15.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So to get points in this event, I guess we'll briefly talk about it. We need to collect 300 alliance credits. This is easily doable, and that will, it says hit a daily web milestone, but this actually maxes it out. So basically this is like, you do your alliance donation, as long as you collect 2 alliance donation boxes, you will hit that 300 alliance credits, and you get, I think you said it was 600 points per day. So over 6 days, you're going to be able to accrue 3,600 points, making you only need, I don't know if this is an 8 or a 0. Again, we'll do the math better later, but you're going to need to spend around 9,000 energy over the 6 days, each energy point being worth 2. We'll do the real math later, but we'll see how player friendly or player unfriendly this event is. My gut says it'll be okay because of the low shard numbers, but we'll see. All right, Power Core offers. There's going to be, like, we used to have 10 for 10. Now there's going to be 5 Power Core offers all the way between March 25th and March 31st. No idea what those rewards are, but keep your eyes out for that. We got the anniversary costume. So there's going to be orbs. The first one is, of course, rewarding gold, and it's only available in an offer. Boo. But all the other ones seem to be possibly okay. The Ionic Orb is just going to be simply in a calendar. The Powerful Orb, it will be in a milestone. The Originals Orb and the, I don't want to say that word, I don't know how to, in a milestone as well. We'll see if these orbs are into the pay to collect milestone range or not. But as you open these orbs, you're going to get gold phase bits. You can use those to unlock the costumes. So that would be for Fury, Black Bolt, and Kestrel. Do any of those costumes entice you, or do you have any of those costumes yet? Like, how do you feel about those anniversary costumes?
The Kestrel costume looks pretty sick. I mean, it does kind of look like Wasp, but like, it still looks kind of cool.
I also like gold, so I agree. Ugh, the last charging station. So I think this is the last one.
Forever, please. No more,
forever.
ever again.
And this is why we hate it so much, because it has that monthly item in it at the bottom. So at least for the coordinated assault, you could fix your issue by getting into a active alliance. Now, alliances are always recruiting, so I'm sure there's active alliances, but then you do have to leave your friends. For the charging station, the only way to finish it, if you're not like acing your arena, is to spend money either on cores or on those passes. You cannot, I don't think there's a way to hoard all the way for all 4 of these that went back to back to back to back. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong. But I guess we'll do the quick math on that in the video today. S.T.R.I.K.E Assemble Sweepstakes. Did you do this every single day, Scottie?
No.
Did you do this once, Scottie?
I did it once, and I said, I don't care.
Me too. I was like, yes. And then they're like, come back tomorrow. And I was like, no.
Well, also, why do I have to go to a separate thing and enter my player ID? Why is this not automatically like in the web store where you just click and say enter every day? Yeah. Why did they make it extra work for me that I don't want to do?
Fair enough. You really didn't want that pin, huh?
I did not care.
All right. Hey, Kestrel Event is coming back. That's not a bad thing whatsoever. Kestrel is a great character. They've been raining shards of her. She is in the milestone orb, so she's like super obtainable at this rate. but at least they're not tying her campaign to any stupid new event that feeds into new monthly stuff like they did for Psylocke and Minerva. So this is a win because it's just good for people who need her. And you don't have to core for Kestrel, who you've had maxed out forever.
I'm just saying, maybe they'll just suddenly release an event without telling us, like the web milestone that they just did for Blitzen.
They better not. They better not.
Just say
Scottie,
it's too soon.
Don't speak that into existence, okay? I'm gonna be held at fault for that. All right, the new Strike Pass. I didn't complete the last Strike Pass. Not that I didn't buy it. I didn't complete it. I did not get. I don't know. I maybe I'm falling out of love with the game. I don't know if you've heard the tone of these videos lately. I love the gameplay. I love the community, but man, I've had a hard time logging in to do my stuff lately. But maybe this will help. So they're putting a very good character in the Strike Pass, Captain Carter. This is the kind of character that should be in the Strike Pass, and she's not surrounded by some bullshit character like Winter Soldier. Okay, because that's what they did with. I believe it was Nemesis. They put Psylocke in there. Get Psylocke the fuck out of there. All right. Captain Carter's on a rebirth team. She is a new character. You do not need to dilute the Strike Pass by putting in an old character that nobody cares about. I would be more likely to buy this pass now because this is a new character, unfarmable. Get some good shards on her, maybe increase the star level. This is how Strike Passes should be, right? And the battle passes.
Yep.
Perfect. No argument. You don't want to fight for Winter Soldier shards?
No, because that is true. That is what they did. And the worst part was, it wasn't that they were just like sprinkling in the other character. They were putting more of that character in the free slots and putting more of the character that they know that people wanted in the you have to pay for this slot. And it was really not very nice. It's hopefully they heard that feedback and that's why they're doing this, because they also did that with the fake cap for Rebirth, because he's in the pass that just started today and it's just him. That's what they need to do. Like, none of this 50-50 shit. Like, give us the characters we want everywhere.
You like, they already dropped it down. It used to be 100 shards per pass if you got the premium, and they dropped it down to like 60, and then they cut that in half by introducing a bullshit character. So hopefully people like me were like, no, and now we're going back to Captain Carter only. All right, the Elite Store. So the 7 Red Star Ultron is now being introduced. Do you think the Krakens that fought in that event to get the exclusive 7 Red Star Ultron while also having capped dark promotion credits are going to be upset that he is available so quickly after? And do you think the same thing will happen with Dormammu in the next month?
Yes, and yes.
Perfect. Absorbing Man, Kang, and Titania will be entering the Elite Store soon. These characters, I've heard people clamoring like, why aren't these characters available yet? So hopefully it's soon. They don't give a date. They just say in the coming days. So lately in the blogs, they've been giving us dates. This is not reassuring. Do you think this means this week? Because it's in the blog at least?
In these coming days. Today is Friday. Maybe Thursday next week.
All right. Hopefully. I know a lot of people want to upgrade their Kang. I know somebody in the Twitch chat had a 2 Red Star Kang and his heart was breaking. Then we have the Star Spangled Man. We talked about this earlier. This is the showcase. This is where we will unlock him. Then we got Free Claim Friday, where we get the first shards for Union Jack. So there's going to be 5 shards for us there. Then we got some daily events. Phoenix event. Dr. Voodoo. Oh, man, aren't they such a good war team? Don't you just get so excited for Dark Hunters now? Like, they're super useful. They're at least like a D- war team, right? Like, yeah, the team that they counter, if you put Captain America in, is kind of like a 25% chance success rate. But, like, really cool characters on the team. Right? Like, they look good.
Yeah. I mean, I still enjoy using the team. And, I mean, we still get to use it against like Web Warriors now. And
yes! Yes! A Web Warriors counter. This is the content we wanted. Dark Hunters A+ in our books. All right, sorry. Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory's though nothing to complain about there, right? The only thing I would say is the gold promotion credits. There's 21 in there, so it's not a lot. I used to get more excited for Chaos Theory because it felt like we were getting gold promotion all the time. So we'd get it from the monthly event, and then you'd be at like 80, but you need 100. Then all of a sudden, Chaos Theory would be a week away. So it was more of a reason to be super excited. But I can't really complain. It's promotion credits, always fun currency to use, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then we got the quick rumble for the Tangled Web, and then that's it. So note, the information in this blog is subject to change before going live in the game, as always. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see you tonight in the math video. Scottie, you want to let people say, I don't know, you want to say something?
I'll see you later for math.
All right, that was riveting.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.